Yo, what's up? It's Llama here with the No Drama Llama podcast. This is episode 8, God's Place. So today we're going to be discussing, like how does God fit in with Darwin's theory of evolution, and how do they mismatch and how do they go together? And that'll be we watched a movie about this. And if you haven't heard about Darwin, go watch the other episode I put out. It's pretty good, but it was yesterday, or the last episode I put out, it was the seventh episode, and so check that out. So this was Tuesday. We talked about religion versus education. So we talked about what it means to be like a free thinker, because a lot of scientists are free thinkers. So what that means is that they're able to not accept anything, and I guess that's what we mean by free thinkers. They can't accept anything, and they're always questioning stuff. So those are the type of people that usually make these discoveries, because they're always so questioning, And yeah, that's about right. So apparently creation, according to Christians, some random bishop, which I don't really care his opinion necessarily, but apparently that creation was on October 23rd, about 4,000 years ago. They had this exact year, and it's kind of bullcrap if I think about it. Especially if you read the Bible, a lot of it's not supposed to be read from a scientific perspective. A lot of it's supposed to be read from the point of view that it's just trying to teach you lessons more than trying to actually teach you. That's how I read it, at least. I read it from the perspective that you just read it for lessons. You don't read it for accuracy. There's a lot of, like passing down, and so yeah, there's going to be some inaccurate stuff. It's just how passing down stuff works. So as long as you get the main memo that God was there, and then that's it. There was also the discussion about fossils. I can't remember too much about that, but there wasn't too much we really talked about anyway, so I don't really know much about that. We were talking about natural selection. So like I said, Darwin observed human society in London. He saw how the rich versus poor, how they acted, and how and he picked up the Mattis book, Unpopulate, which means population goes up rapidly while resources go up they don't go up at the same rate. And so what that means, we need to make sure that we do not take all the resources, and we gotta maybe take some people out if we're gonna be able to survive. And that was what his argument was. And yeah, that's about it with that. We talked about the survival of the fittest. That was a big thing. Whoever is better equipped for the environment they're in are going to do better. And so that trait's going to pass on. It's just how it works, So yeah, that's about how that works. You have to keep running faster just to stay in place. That's how it works. Like, if you keep on running about the same speed, you're gonna stay equivalent to other people. You gotta keep on evolving, and that's how we do it. We keep evolving. And so yeah, that's about how it works. Supernatural controlling our world. So the sun moves around the earth. A lot of Christians before believed that the earth moved around. It didn't move. It was the center of the universe, which we've obviously corrected, but pretty good. But so let's go to Thursday's discussion. So we discussed God. We discussed God up in here, and there's apparently no way to prove. There's no way to prove God. So apparently we have to believe all that. I think God, you can kind of feel Him just through encounters that you have, but apparently that's not true. But let's just say that. Just go with that. Christians try to teach that Darwin's theory is untrue. There's a lot of some videos, some very, very ridiculous Catholics that kind of overboard. I think they're definitely on the far end of the spectrum. I've never, as a Catholic myself in the South, I've never really seen that. And so, I've never really seen that, so I think it's kind of like a very far reach, but, what you're going to do. That's what they portray it as. So, liberal colleges were one thing they talked about. We talked about how you can't explain creation. You can spend your whole life. There's some dude that's trying to explain creation. You can't do it. You're gonna spend your whole life just not finding any really clear answers. Honestly, it's too hard. And so I would say it's gonna be impossible almost. Let's see. Have a soul and relationship with a God. So maybe a group of people. So one lady was saying that maybe a group of people, not just Adam and Eve, were a part of the original people. And but one dude said that sin comes from one man, so one man had to save the humans. So that makes kind of good sense, I guess. Walter Hearn, he's this dude that went to some Christian college, and Wheaton University is what it's called, and he had some pretty crazy views for that back then. And so, all the people were very, basically hating on him because of his opinion. It's not really right sometimes, I guess. Future of science in schools are decided by school boards. So school boards decide how, who gets to what we learn, And so if we don't have good people in those school boards, then we're not going to be teaching our children the right and correct information. So we got to make sure we get in good school boards, I guess. That's what I got out of that. And that's about it. So what about God? I believe He's real. I believe that the Bible, I don't believe that it's significantly accurate, but I think the main point is that, that you should take it with a grain of salt, take the lessons from it, keep those, and then, it's about right. That's about it. So thank you for watching. This was Land the Llama here with the No Drama Llama podcast. This was episode 8. God's Place. Thanks for watching and have a great day.